Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Bulb Coordinates, and it's by Chris Napolitano. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means fill every cell in the grid with a single digit from 1 through 9, such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell regions, which are boxes here. We have standard arrow rules, where digits on an arrow sum to the digit in that arrow circle. So, since this is 9, if this were, say, a 2, this would have to be a 7, because these two digits must add up to what the digit in the circle must be. And that's how an example of how standard arrow rules work. We also have coordinate arrow rules, which is why we have, this is called bulb coordinates, where digits on an arrow spell out the coordinates for the digit that is their sum, aka the digit in the bulb of the arrow. For example, an arrow with, say, a 6 in a bulb and a 4 in the middle and a 2 on its tip places a 6, which is the digit in the bulb, in row 4, column 2. Different coordinate arrows may reference the same digit. So, digits in an arrow spell out the coordinates. So the middle digit, the next digit next to the bulb, is the row number, and the digit that's at the tip is the column number. So that's an example. So that's why we know if this were 6 and this is 4 and 2, that would say that the row 4 and column 2 cell must contain a 6. And that's an example of how coordinate arrows work. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay. This has to be 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, adding up to 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, if this were 1, that would say it's row 1, column 5. Wait. If this is row 1, column 5, that means this digit would equal the same as this, which is not allowed. 3 and 5 has the same problem. It's saying 3, row 3, column 5 must be with the digit in the circle. And therefore, you'd have 2 of the same digit in the same column. Same with 4. Therefore, this must be 2 and 7 exactly, and it must be referencing itself, right? So this coordinate works. This is 1 through 4, adding up to 6 through 9 here. If this were 1, this would be row 5, column 1 is 6, which is possible. If this is 2, okay, so this is 1, 8. Okay, so it cannot be 1 here and 8 here, because it was saying row 1, column 8 would have a 9, which is not possible. It cannot be 2 and 7 here. No. If it's 2 and 7, that's saying row 2, column 7 has a 9, which is not possible because we of normal Sudoku rules. We would have 2 9s in the same box. This could be 3 and 6, except that 3 and 6 is already a 5, so that doesn't work. Can it be 4 and 5? 4 and 5 would be row 4, column 5, which would be on the not be in the bulb of an arrow. It would be on the actual arrow itself. which can never add, 9 can never add up to that, so it cannot be 4 and 5. Couldn't even be that way because there's a 5 here. 5 and 4, column 5, row 4. It's possible, so that's possible. 5, 4, 6 and 3, row 6, column 3 is not possible to be a 9 because it would be on the tip of an arrow. And adding to another digit with 9 would add up to 10, and 10 is not allowed in normal Sudoku. 7, 2, column row 7, column 2 would also be on an arrow, so that doesn't work. Or it could be 8, 1. 8, 1 does work. So this could be 8 and 1 to add up to 9. Okay. This adds up to 5 through 8 because you have 4 digits that are smaller than it, right? It cannot be 9. If it's 5, this has to be 2 and 3. So that would be either row 2, column 3, or row 3, column 2 would have to be the same digit as in the bulb, which is not allowed. So this cannot be 5. Right? If this is 5, this cannot be 2, 3. This must then be 1, 4, adding up to 5. This must be 2, 3. That's either 2 and 3 here, or 3 and 2. Right? Either way, the problem is row 2, column 3, or row 3, column 2 would both be 5 here, which is not allowed. So this cannot be 5 here. If this is 6, it's 1, 5, and 2, 4. But this can't be either. Can't be 1, 5, can't be 2, 4. So this won't work. So this is 7 or 8. If it's 7... Actually, let's start with 8. If it's 8, this has to be... Okay, this won't work. If this is 8, this is either 1, 7 adding up to 8, 2, 6 adding up to 8, or 3, 5 adding up to 8. But those are all digits that are taken in box 2, which means this cannot be 8. So this has to be 7. So we know this is either 1, 6 or 3, 4. And this is 1, 6, 2, 5 or 3, 4. Obviously, the 2, 5 could work. What about 1, 6? If you have row 1 and column 6, that does not work. So this can't be a 1 as the middle digit. So this can't be 1, that can't be 6. 7 is one of these 2 digits here. So row 1, column 6 doesn't work. Row 2, column 5 does work. Okay. And this is the only one that can be 2 and 5. So that would be 2 and 5 there. 3 and 4 does not work. 4 and 3 does not work because this is a 7 already. And 4 and 3 would not work. 5 and 2 could work. So this is 2 or 5 or 2. And 6 or 1 would work. Well, this can only be 6 and 1 then. So this is 6 and 1, which means 7 has to be in coordinates row 6 and column 1. So this is 7. Well, that eliminates row 5, column 2, so this must be 2 and 5 then. 1, 6, okay. Okay, can this ever be 7? Row 5, column 2. No. So this cannot be a 2 here. That means this can't be 7. The remaining digits in row 1 have to be 3, 4, and 8. Okay. Well, in this arrow, it's either 4 or 8 in one of these two cells. So 3 has to be here, which means this can't be 3. This is 4 or 8, and the other 4 or 8 is here. So the rest of box 3 cannot contain 4 or 8 or 9. So it would be 1, 2, no 3, no 4, 5, 6, 7, no 8. So these can't be 7 because of the 7 in the row. This can't be 2 or 5 because of the 2 or 5 in the row. Okay. Can 5, 1 be 6? Yes. 5, 3 be 8? Yes, possibly. Can 5, 4 be 9? Yes. So those all work. The rest of column 5 have to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9, right? 9 obviously cannot be on the arrows. This could be 9, though. Can this be 3? Yes, possibly, if this is 2 and that's 1. Huh. Okay. 9 is either in row 5, column 4, or row 8, column 1. Those are possible. The rest of box 2 is 3, 4, 8, and 9. Okay. Okay. So these are all fine. They're reference digits that are good. Okay. Can a 4 be in 3, 1? Yes. So this could be 4. Can a 5 be in 4, 1? No. So this can never be 5, because the 5 can only specifically have 1 and 4 adding up to it. Can a 6 be in 5, 1? Yes. So this, but it can't be 6 here. Okay. Oh, but this can't be 4. This has 4 unique digits smaller than it, right? These 4 digits are guaranteed to be smaller than it because you have 2 digits each adding up to that digit. So this can't be 4. This must be then, it cannot be 5 because we just showed that doesn't work. 5, 4, and 1. This would specifically have to be 4 and 1. So it can't be 5, can't be 6, it could be 7, 8, or 9 here. If this is 7, this is guaranteed to be, it could be 6, 1, and that works, that points to there. Or it could be... Okay, so 3s must match here. Okay, so any 3s have to match here. 4s would match... Okay, so let's make this matching there. 3s match there. 4s have to match here. 5s must match here. 6s must match here. 7s have to match here. 8s must match here. And 9s must match along this diagonal. Right, 8 and 1. Okay, so we know these don't... Okay, so this does not add up to 4 here. This does not add up to 3 here, so those don't work. This doesn't add up to 5. These can't add up to 5. So none of those match. Do these add up to 6? No. Can these? Yes. 7 cannot be here, or here, or these two. 8 cannot be here. Could be either of these two. Could be any of these three. And 9 cannot match these two or these two. This cannot be 9 either. This cannot be 9 either. Okay. So if there's a 7 in a circle, it must be specifically 2, 5 or 6, 1. 3 must be 2, 1 specifically. So if this is 7, this would have to be 6, 1 and 2, 5, which is possible. 8s are very broad. 9 would have to have 1, 8, and 4, 5. 8, 1, sorry, and 4, 5. So if this is 9, it would have to be 8, 1, because it cannot be 4, 5 here. Okay. So if this is 9, this is guaranteed to be... Sheesh. If it's 9, it's guaranteed to be 4, 5, which means this is 4 and 5. This is the column number, right? So it could be... No. Is it? This is row number 5, 1, 3, and 4. All work. Column number in this one also. 1, 3, and 4. It could be... Okay, so this cannot be 3, 1. It cannot be 4, 1. Oh, wait, this adds up to 5, right? Yeah, so it can't be 4, 1 because this can't be 5 either. So this can't be 5 because of the 5 here. This can't be 5 because of the 5 here. This is already a 6. So none of the 5 can be in a bulb. We could have 3, we could have 4, we could have 6, 7, 8, and 9. But 9 can only be 8, 1 on the arrow or 4, 5 on the arrow. So this would be 8, 1, and 4, 5, possibly. That does work there. 7 would have to specifically... Okay, so if that's the case... So 9 can be specifically 8... Oops. That's a color. 8 and 1 and 4 and 5 here. Right? Because row 4, column 5. Row 8, column 1. If it's 7 here, that requires 2, 5. So row 2, column 5, or 6, 1. So this would be 2, 5, or 4, 5. And 6, 1, either way. 8 is interesting. Eight cannot be 5 and 3. Because there would be an 8 here already. Can it be 7 and 1? No, because this can't be 7. Eight cannot be. Oh, this is 4 and 4. Are there arrows that go outside? No. That like are on a diagonal that are not in the same box. And the answer is no. So this cannot be the yellow because that would have to be 4 and 4 specifically. Oh, this would be 3 and 3. Same problem. Either of these could be green. 2 and 2 can't be, so this would have to be 1 and 3. Okay, so those are the possibilities for arrows now. So 8. This is only 1, 3, or 4 here. It cannot be 4, 4. It can't be, it could be, it can't be 7, 1. And it can't be 5, 3 because that would force an 8 to be in row 5, column 3, and therefore you'd have 2 8s in the same row. So this can never be 8. Therefore, we are guaranteed this is a 1 and this is a 5. This 1, 5, 1 means this has to be a 6, which forces a 6 to be in coordinates row 5 and column 1. So this is 6. This is not 6. This is 5 with 2 or 4. That's fine. So we only have 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 possible in bulbs. 5 cannot be here because of the 5 in the column. This is 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Obviously no 6. This can't be 6 either. 3, 4, 8, and 9 as possibilities. This can't be 3 because it requires 1 and 2 to be to add up to 3. Okay. If it's 6, it has to be 5 and 1 there. So this can't be 6. Right? Because there's no other 6s that are valid to be coordinated at. So this is 3, 4, 8, 9. This cannot be 6 because, again, it would require 5 and 1. So this can't be 6. We have coordinates of 3. So this can't be 3. It could be 3, 1. If it's 4, it could be 3, 1. If it's 8, so if it's 4 here, this is 3 and 1. If this is 8, it has to be 3, 5, or 6, 2. Either of those work. If it's 9, it could be 8, 1, 6, 3 does not work. And what's the last one? I don't know. 4, 5 does work. 3, 6 does not, obviously. So if this is 4, the possibilities again are 3 and 1. If it's 8, it could be 8, not 7, 1. 6 and 2 does work. 3 and 5 works. No, 3 and 5 does not work. Okay, let's do this again. 4 can be 3 and 1. 8 can't have a 6 because 6 requires 5 and 1 specifically. And this can't be 5. 8, 7 requires 2 and 5, or 6 and 1. Oh, these could be 7. I don't know why I didn't include this. Okay, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. This, if it's 6, it has to be 5 and 1. Oh, this can't be 7 here specifically because of the 7 in the column. So this is still 8 as a possibility. 8 could be 7, 1, but we can't have a 7. It could be 6, 2. That does work. It could be 5, 3, but we can't have a 5 here. It cannot be 3, 5. It could be 2, 6, but this can't be 2. It could be 1, 7, but this can't be 1. If it's 9, it's specifically 8 and 1, or 4 and 5 as possibilities. This is also 4, 8, or 9. So it could be 3, 1. If it's 8, it has to be 7, 1. Oops. Cannot be 6, 2. Because we have a 2 in the column. Could be 5, 3. That does work. Cannot be 2, 6 because of the 2 in the column. Could be 1, 7. That's pretty broad. If it's 9, it's specifically 8, 1, or 4 and 5. That's pretty broad too. Oof. Okay. 3 could be 2 and 1. Row 2, column 1. 4 can be 3 and 1. That's fine. 8 cannot be 7 and 1. Cannot be 6, 2, or 5, 3, because that would require an 8 in both of these cells, either of these cells, and we'd have an 8 already here. It could be 2, 6, but no, that's not allowed. It can't be 1, 7. So 8 is not allowed. 8 cannot be 7, 1, cannot be 1, 7, cannot be 6, 2, 2, 6, or 3, 5. So this can't be 8. If it's 9, it could be 8, 1. Or 4, 5. And both of those work. Okay. So those are the possibilities for that arrow coordinate. How about this arrow coordinate? The 3, you could have 2 and 1. That's fine. 4, you could have 3 and 1. That's fine. 6 has to be 5 and 1. So this can't be 6. Oh, this is, well, we don't know. 7 or 8, 9. We don't know which. 8 could be 7 and 1, but it can't be because of the 7 in the row. Could be 6, 2, but can't be 6 specifically because of the 6 in the column here. Could be 5, 3, but they can't be 5 because of the 5 in the box. Could be 2, 6. That is valid, but actually 6 can't be here because of the 6 in the box. Also 1, 7, but again, 1 and 7 are both taken. So this can never be 8 either. Could be 9 if this is 8, 1. Or it's 4, well, if it's 4, 5, the problem is you would have a 9 here and a 9 here. So this is guaranteed to be a 1, right? We just went through all the possibilities. 6 can't be here because it has to be 5, 1 to be the coordinates. 7 can't be here because of the 7 in the row. 3 could be here, it's specifically 2, 1. 4 could be here, it's specifically 3, 1. 8 cannot be here. There's no 1, 7 possibilities. 2 and 6 can't be here because 6 sees both of the cells on the arrow. and it can't be 3 and 5 because it needs to be specifically 5, 3. And the 5 in the box eliminates that possibility. So for 3, it's 2, 1. For 4, it's 3, 1. For 9, it cannot be 4, 5 because that would force this to be a 9. So this is always a 1. So since this is 1, this cannot be 1. This is 5. It cannot be 3 or 4. This has to be 9. This must be 4 and 5, adding up to 9. So this is a 9, which makes this 8. This is 4 and 5, pointing to 9. This is 8 and 1, pointing to a 9. So this is 9. This cannot be 9 anymore. This can't be 4 anymore. It must be an 8. So it's an 8 here. So the 9 must be at 4, 5. Row 4, column 5. This could still be either. 8, 1. This can't be 4 or 9, so this is a 3. That 3 and 2 means there has to be a 3 at row 2, column 1. So this is 3, which means 3 cannot be either of these cells. Where is the 3 in box 2? It must be here. So this is 3. 8 cannot be in 3, 5 anymore. Could still be either of these or here. This can't be 8 anymore. So what are the possibilities? It could be 1, 7 or 2, 6. Well, it cannot be 2, 6 because of the 2 in the column. So this has to be a 1, 7 pair. We're not sure which. The remaining digits in row are actually in box 4 are 2 and 3. This can't be 3, so this must be 2, which makes this 3. This can't be 3, 4, or 9. This is 7 or 8. You cannot have 2 and 6 here for the... Actually, yeah, so this is a 7, 8 pair in row 4 left. In box 5, we have a 6, 7 pair. This can't be 6 because of the 6 in the row. So this is 7, this is 6. This can no longer be 7. These can't be 8. This can't be a 3 here. Therefore, this cannot be 4 because 4 requires 3 and 1 to be there. So this has to be a 9. This is a 4, 6, 9 pair. The 9 specifically must point to 4 and 5. So this is 4, this is 5, that makes it 6. This can't be 4 or 9. This is 3 or 8. This 4, 9 pair eliminates 4 and 9 here, so this is 8, which means this cannot be 8 here. This is 4, this cannot be 4 or 8. This is 9, so neither of these are 4. We have in box 3 a 3, 8 pair. Oh, this is bad. No, it cannot be 4, 5. Ooh. That's problematic. That's very problematic. Because it must be that way. Ugh. What did I mess up? Okay. Might have to go back to the beginning. I don't know where I messed up here. This is 4, 6, 9 guaranteed. But the 9 doesn't... The 6 has to be 5, 1. The 4 has to be 3, 1, but this is 9. It cannot be 4 and 5. That's row 4, column 5. I don't know where I messed up. Okay. We're gonna have to reset this, unfortunately. Let's keep the time. Oh. No. Okay. This is again 1, 2, 3, 4. Matching the column. So the column is always going to be 5. The only one that can be is the same one. So this has to be 2, which makes this 7. So let's do the coloring again. 3s, 4s, 5s, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this 7 cannot be here or here. 5 cannot be here or here. 9s cannot be here, obviously, or here. 9 cannot be on an arrow, cannot be on an arrow, so this has 5 digits smaller than it. If this is 5, this would guarantee this is 2 and 3 because this would have to be 1, 4. The 9 can specifically be in row 8, column 1, or row 5, column 4. Again, if this is either 5 through 9 because it has 4 digits smaller than it. This is 5 through 9 because it has 4 digits smaller than it. This cannot be 9. We tried 5. If this is 5, this cannot be 2, 3. We have to have 2, 3 here then. But that forces this to be 2. That would have to be row 2, column 3. But then you would have a 5 here and a 5 here, which is not allowed. So this can never be 5. If we had 6, this has to be 1, 5 or 2, 4. But neither of those work because we have a 2 and 5 in that box. So this can't be 6. If we have an 8 here, this has to add up to, this must be 1, 7, 2, 6, or 3, 5. But all of those are taken, so it cannot be 8. This has to be 7. 7 cannot be here. 7 has to be one of these two and this digit. Since it's this digit, it has to be 2 and 5. So that's row 2, column 5. And it cannot be row 5, column 2 anymore. So it has to be row 6, column 1. So this is all the same. This is guaranteed to be a 7. This cannot be 6 here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, it cannot be 5 and 2. Row 5, column 2 doesn't work anymore. So this cannot be 2. This can't be 7. This can't, neither of these can be 6, so those are ruled out because of the 6 in the column, or sorry, in the box. These can't be 5. This one sees it in the box, this sees it in the column. So those are both not allowed. These cannot be 3 and 4 respectively. This can't be 4 because it's 2 and 2, and there's no arrows which are diagonally and not in the same box. So this doesn't work, and this doesn't work because of that. This is not an 8. If you have a 5, you can't have 5. None of the 5s match, so this cannot be 5. Again, you have 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 as possibilities. So we have 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. This is also 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. This is 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. As possibilities. Okay, for 7, you have 2 digits. Okay, so 7 has to be 6 and 1 and 2 and 5. So if that's the case, this is 6 and 1 and this is 2 and 5. For 8, you cannot have 3 and 5 anymore. Okay, so the remaining digits in row 1 are 3, 4, and 8. And again, one of these is a 4 or 8. So this cannot be both 4 and 8 here and that being 3. So this must be 3 with 4 and 8 being one of those two. In box 2, we have 3, 4, 8, 9, 3, 4, 8, 9, 3, 4, 8, 9 as possibilities. In box 3, no 4, 3, 4, or 8. So it's 1, no 9, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. And 7 cannot be here or here. 2 and 5 cannot be here. 8. This is only columns 1, 3, or 4. If you have an 8 here, it cannot be column 3. So it would have to be column 1, and it would have to be specifically row 7, column 1. And 7 can't be here because of the 7 in the column. So 8 does not work. 9 can only be, again, in row 8, column 1. Or row 5, column 4. Oh, that's where I think I made the mistake. Row 5, column 4. So this would be 5 and 4. This could be 5 and 4, and this could be 8 and... Well, this can't be 8 and 1. Okay, so this is definitely... So this is guaranteed to be 1. So this has to be 1. Okay, so this is still correct. This is where I messed up. It's 5 and 4 here, right? Row 5, column 4. So this is guaranteed to be 1. One of these is a 5, though. We know that for certain. It's either 2, 5 here or 5, 4 here. And that's where I messed up. Okay. So this has to be 6, which means this is 5 and 1. Row 5, column 1. So that's 6. This can no longer be a 6 then. This can't be 6. This can't be 6. Remaining digits in column 5. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. 9 obviously can't be here. These digits. 3 could be 2 and 1. That's fine. 4 could be 3 and 1. That's fine. 6 would have to be 5 and 1, but you cannot have a 5 here because one of these is a 5, guaranteed. I did it wrong because I forced that to be a 5 when it should be 5 there or 4 here if this is 5 and 4. So this cannot be 6. It has to specifically be 5 and 1. 8. If this is an 8, it cannot be 7 and 1 combined. Can it be 6 and 2? No, because of this is 6 and 2. So it could be 5 and 3, except that this can't be 5 because of the 5 in the box. So this can't be 5 or 3. Therefore, all of the 8 possibilities coordinated are ruled out. So this can't be 8. 9, if this is 9 here, it cannot be 5 and 4. And it can't be 5 and 4 anyways because of this 9. So if it's 9, this has to be 8 and 1. So either way, this is 1. So this is still the same. Since this is 1, this cannot be 3 adding up with 1 and 2, 4 adding up with 1 and 3. It could be 8 or 9. If we have an 8, it cannot be 6, 2 or 1, 7. It would have to be 5 and 3, but then that would force this to be an 8 also, and we'd have duplicates in the column. So this has to be a 9. So this is 9. 9 cannot be in 8, 1 because of the 1 in the box. So it must be column 5, row 4. And therefore this is a 9. Therefore this is 5 and 4 here, and that's where we messed up. Not 7. 5 and 4, and this is 8 and 1 here. This can't be 4 or 9, so this must be 3. This must be then 2 to add up to 3. This can't be 3, 4, or 9, so this is 8. This is a 2, 3 pair. This must be a 2. This must be 3. This 3 points to a 3 at 2 and 1, row 2, column 1. So this is 3. This cannot be 3, 4, 8. 6 must point to 5 and 1, so that can be the case. 9 cannot be here anymore. 3 cannot be either of these. We have a 4, 8, 4, 8 pair in box 2, which eliminates 4 and 8 the rest of the box. Therefore, this is 3, this is 9. This can no longer be 9 or 6 here. This 9 has to point to 8 and 1, so this is a 9. 8 cannot be at here or here. It has to be, it cannot be 2, 6, it has to be a 1, 7 pair here. And it could be either of these. Okay. If this is 6, it's 5 and 1. That's possible. If it's 9, it has to be 5 and 4. So either way, this is 5. So this cannot be 5 here. This is 5 and 1 or 5 and 4, adding up to 6 or 9. This has to be 7 or 8. This has to be 7 or 8 because that's the only digits left in row 4. So, okay, yeah, it was basically that I messed this part up. That was the issue. We have 6 and 7 remaining in box 5. This can't be 6 because of this 6 in the row. So this is 7, this is 6. The remaining digits in row 5 have to be 1, 2, and 3. The remaining digits in row 6 have to be 4, 5, and 9. This can never be 3 because there are no 7 and 8s in row 3 that can be pointed to. So this is specifically 1 or 2. Obviously, this can't be 9. But this has to be 2 and 5 to add up to 7. 8 can only be in 1 and 7, 2 and or 6 and 2. So this is a 7, and it must be a 2 and 5. So it's pointing to that one again. Row 2, column 5. These can't be 2. 7 cannot be here. Where is the 7 in box 3? It can only be here. So this is 7 here. That makes this an 8. This can't be 2 or 5. We have a 1, 6, 1, 6 pair in box 3, which eliminates 1 and 6 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this can't be 1. It must be 4, which must add up with 5 to add up to 9. And it points at 5, 4, row 5, column 4. This can't be 1, 5, or 6, so this must be 2. Neither of these could be 4, so this is 3, 8 pair, which eliminates 3 and 8 in the rest of the row. This can't be 8, this is 4, which makes that 8. 4 can no longer be here, so this cannot match. So this can never be 4, it can't be 7 either. This is 3 or 8. If it's 3, if it's 8, it can only be, it could be 2, 6, but it would have to be 6 and 2. And that's not allowed. It can't be 1, 7 because that 1, 7 pair would eliminate all possibilities for this set. So this can't be 8, this has to be 3, which forces this to be row 2, column 1. So this is 2 and 1, that can't be 1, this is 4. This can't be 1, 7 and 1. That's pointing at column 1. Sorry, row 1, column 7. Row 1, column 7 is at 8. So that's 8. This is 3. This 4, 5 must add up to 9. So it points at row 5, column 4. This 9 cannot be, this can't be a 9. So this is 6. The remaining digit in column 6 is an 8. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so that's 3, which makes that 1. This can't be 4 or 5, so this is 9. This can't be 5 or 9, so that's 4. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so that's 6. This is 1. Remaining digits in, and we've done all the coordinated arrows. So now it's just normal Sudoku. We have 4 and 6 remaining in row 2. This can't be 4 because of the 4 in the column, so that's 6 and 4. We have 1, 8, 9 remaining in row 3. This can't be 1 or 9, so this is 8. This can't be 1 or 8, so this is 9. This has to be then 1. 8 cannot be here in column 1. So this must be 4, which makes this an 8. Obviously, this doesn't match anymore, but it doesn't matter because we've got all the coordinated arrows. And now we just fill in, like, yeah, just everything from Sudoku. This has to be a 5. Oops, not a pink, a 5. We have 2, 3 in column 3. We have 2, 3, and 6 remaining. but that's not restricted. This can't be 6, this can't be 2, this can't be 3. In column 4, we have a 1 and a 7 remaining. This can't be 1 because of the 1 in the row. So this is 7, this is 1. Column 7 has to have a 5 and a 7 remaining. This can't be 7 because of the 7 in the row. So this is 5, this is 7. Column 8 is 2, 8, and 9. This can't be 2 or 9, so this is 8. This can't be 8 or 9, so that's 2. This can't be 2 or 8, so this is 9. 2 eliminates 2 here, so this is 6, this is 3, this is 2. That leaves this as a 3, this as a 6, and this as a 4. Apologies. That was a pretty bad mistake here. Pretty cool, actually, but unfortunately, I made that error there, and I guess I didn't really have to restart, but I just didn't. Yeah, it was, I didn't know where my mistake was. And sometimes it's just better to restart over, because otherwise you'll just sometimes spin wheels. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.